Welcome to the Vault Podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. I'm Sean.
Elodie.
Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, good to see you. We got a steamy show for you tonight. It's steamy in here, meaning it was pretty hot. Pretty hot outside, so it's pretty humid here. So we got a nice glow to us, which is good.
Glow's one way to put it.
Right? A nice film to us. So Joe, what do we have going on today?
Yeah, so it's a good episode today. It's very, considering the weather, it's very appropriate. But before we get into the main topic, Sean, how has the week been for you?
Dude, the week has been awesome, actually. Awesome. As I was sharing with you guys earlier, I got to go to the Enablers car show over the weekend. So brought the Z down there, hung around with some lovely Bay Area people, got to see some nice cars. Chopped it up with some of our Vault old school guys. Talked a lot about Car Week, and I was kind of surprised. Everybody's kind of feeling the same way. I don't know if everybody watched our episode last week, but
It didn't work to disown them.
I don't. Everybody's like, we're going, but the commitment, it's just not as it has been in years past. Yeah.
The price tag of it just gets more alarming every year, and I think everybody's hurting for cash right now. So
Yeah.
it's a hard thing to justify currently.
Yeah. So, but no, the Z it was running great. Sometimes when you don't drive a car, you forget how good it is.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with all the work and money that I put in that car. It was good to have it out, open it up on the freeway a little bit.
Nice.
And it was a good weekend, good car weekend.
I'm dealing with the same thing with the not driving. I mean, I drove all the cars that I own at this point, but with the WRX gone, with Audi having it for the week, I took out the 318. I can talk about this in my episode, but that's like I had like a whole this is like therapeutic.
Go ahead,
in this
go.
little slow. But yeah, my week's been pretty good. Anything else in your week before we get in? All right. Yeah, so like it's been really busy with everything, detailing, cars and bids, the baby. We went to Sonoma. Oh my God, we went to Sonoma yesterday, and he's like not ready. It's like Allie hates when I edit this, she'll hear this, but like Allie like wants to go do stuff because it's her last couple weeks of maternity leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like not really that ready to like be in a car for like an hour plus and then be outside for a couple hours and then go back and be in the car for another hour plus. He gets pissed off, right?
Yeah.
So like on the way to Sonoma, he was great, and there's an olive oil shop. It's just so like California, I think of me, but like this is olive oil shop that she likes to go to because it's her last name. So it's Fagoni's olive oil company, and she's not related to the business, but she's like, this is so funny. So they go and get oil, and we had lunch at some stupid ass Sonoma place. And
That's the part she's not gonna like.
Tell us really.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: you walk in, and it's like
I know
a Tuesday.
exactly what you mean.
It's Tuesday. It's all these like old guys that are like just gone golfing, and like older women they're like, and it's just like, and then it's us with a baby, and I'm like, he's gonna cry. Like I guarantee you, he's gonna like be pissed. And the moment we put him like roll him up to the table, he just starts bawling. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna order something. Just take it to go. I'm gonna go outside and we're just gonna walk.
Oh no!
And so we did that a couple times, and then it was a disaster. But she wants to go to Pacifica tomorrow, and I'm like begging her. I'm like, please, like we'll go to Pacifica when he's like 8 months. I promise it'll be better.
You know
So
what?
I'm hoping that he doesn't do that.
I'm on Allie's side with this. Is don't stop experiencing stuff. Don't worry about a little crying baby. It's just what babies do. And most people, when you're around like area places like that where people have families, people are just used to it.
Yeah, and they are. Everyone was happy.
Everybody's
Like,
just happy to see a baby.
Congratulations, you guys are doing so good. This is your first time out, and that
Yeah.
was what pissed me off. I'm like, no, actually, it's not my first time out. It just looks like that though, because he's like, I call it death crying because he's crying for no reason. He's just screaming out loud, like I'm like, what are you doing, like kind of thing. And so I hate that, but that was the only part of the week that was rough. I mean, this detailing wise has been great. I got to detail LD's car over the week. She gave me the keys last week on last episode.
Yeah.
I traded her the Subaru, and I kind of worked in the schedule. We polished the living hell of it. I sanded actually all the top surfaces complete to matte and then polished them off because there was just a lot of like stuff on them. I mean, it's still not perfect, but like there was some stuff on the car that I just could not get off with polishing pads.
Yeah.
It's lived a hard 6 years, I would say.
Yeah, and you'll notice the minor imperfections more now because obviously there's less of the major imperfections. But like the car is in really good shape now. I've had a lot of fun doing that. But since the WRX was gone, and also the W211 or the S211 E320 that I kind of daily drive as like a beater detail car has a nail in one of the tires. It has a very slow leak, and I don't have a repair kit, and then was too lazy to. I was too busy to go and buy one. So I've been like filling it up, just desperation. Go to the gas station. And
We've all been there.
Literally fill up to 45, and then drive like an hour and a half, and then like go back and fill up to 45 again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this week I'm not gonna drive the car. I'm just gonna wait till this gets repaired. So I've been in the W124 wagon, the green car. I've been in the 318i, the E30, which I haven't used in like a month or two. So that's been a lot of fun. And like I started realizing that 318 is like the only car that I have that is like fully therapeutic to drive because it's super slow. There's nothing dramatic about it at all. It's just a BMW has a mechanical sound. Like there's nothing thrilling. It's a base E30, as basic as you can get, 100 horsepower, manual transmission. It was like, and it came from the factory without a radio. And I'm like, honestly, it still has its factory block off plate in the glove box. Okay. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take off the aftermarket thing, put the block off plate on it, and just like live the life. Because I'm like, this thing is so. I drove it to the gym a whole bunch. I drove it around town all over the place. I'm like, this is just like so nice to just like turn off, put the windows down, and like hear like 100 horsepower try to like get up a hill kind of a thing. Yeah, which is why I like your Peugeot so much. It's probably why I would like your Volvo so much, and is one of the reasons why I love the Range Rover Classic that my dad had in high school. Was because these cars are so underpowered that it's like there's no proving grounds. It's just like just pass me. I'm getting thumbs up all over the place because it's like a cute little E30 with
it's like a detox.
Yeah, it's totally detox. Like I mean, like in the Subaru, you have a camera looking at you and stuff, and it's like beeping at you constantly. And like in the E30,
it did not like me. I think I wasn't the right height for it.
Yeah, it's probably because it's registered to me, so that probably fucked you up a big time. But that E30 it's so nice, and I'm actually going to take it out probably again tomorrow and just get some miles on it. It's been a pleasure to do that. And I've been detailing some really cool cars this week, like normal. It's like the normal stuff that I've been doing recently, but a lot of Corvettes. Like a lot of Corvette, a lot of C5s and C4s and stuff, and I'm like kind of wondering if that's like an economic indicator.
It's scary when the boomers start offloading their assets.
It's like when the good old boys start to like get rid of their babies. You know, it's like this, like I was detailing this car today that I could have like a National Corvette Parade sticker on it, and I'm like, I know this guy knows when this car was built, like the day, the time
when it rolled off the assembly line.
I'm not gonna. I should delete that. I don't want to talk about the car because it's gonna go on. It might go on a place. It might go on Cars and Bids. It might go on Brake Trailer. I don't want to talk bad about it, but it is. You can just tell like this guy cared for this car. I didn't even want to check the mileage. I'm like, I know these tires are old as fuck. I know this car is like 5,000 miles. Just been under a cover his whole life.
Yeah. Most of the times when we talk mess about like cars, it's never actually about the car. It's usually about the car owner.
Here's the thing about the C5 Corvette, especially the one I detailed today, which was automatic. And if I wasn't a car person, it was an automatic with a target top, so a glass roof, and like just the way the car was optioned made it feel like this is not a car person. He just like retired and like, I'm fucking buying a Corvette. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. And I sat in the car and I smelled the GM from 97, and I'm like, honestly, I get it. Like I get this.
Those racers ain't gonna have nothing on me.
Well, but because if you imagine if you put yourself in like the year 2000 and you're in a Tahoe and you're like, this is just like fantastic, and then you're like, what is it like to be in a Corvette? And like, it's the same experience. It's like smells the same. It's like awesome. Actually, honestly, I was like, this is actually like, if I wasn't a car guy, I could totally see myself getting one of these because of the what you're getting, the V8, the coupe. Yeah,
absolutely.
I swear, if a LeBaron rolls up on me on a Colite, I'm killing it. Just how like Hummers are like when the new model comes out, it's an economic indicator of like a recession incoming. I kind of feel like all these C5 Corvettes getting pre-sale details. I'm starting to wonder if I should start reallocating my portfolios into like
bonds or something.
Yeah.
It's like sounds like something's weird happening.
We're definitely seeing so many more C5s, C6s, and even some C4s come through the auction pipeline too, which is like, I don't know. It's
a generational thing, right? Like they're coming towards the end of their ownership.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and like the base C5s are like really not impressive at all in any metric anymore. And it's like almost like I love the 944. But I'm almost like I wonder if like this base C5, which is like the standard V8 and like a manual, if it's going to be like the 944 of like the 2000s, where it's just like, yeah, you can buy them for 10 grand and they're like unbelievable driver's cars, but like no one cares about them because they made a million of them and they're all plastic and they're you know.
I mean, you can buy a manual base C5 for like 4 or 5K in good condition.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that's gonna last.
14. I'm like, there's no way this is gonna go for 14.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Is it cheaper than the NA Miata? Is the C5 Corvette cheaper?
You can definitely get a C5 Corvette.
I honestly, in that situation, if it was a manual, I feel like a C5 is that's a pretty good value prop.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a track car. I mean, it's probably not as fun as a Miata because you can ring out a Miata, but like it's pretty cool to have like a big V8 in front of you.
And it's got the retro. It's got the retro styling.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the C5 Z06 is like astonishingly good.
Yeah.
It's just like still stuck at like $50,000, but it's like insane amount of performance. Like it could beat most things in an autocross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even stay with like the GT3s of that time and track and
Yeah, one of the C5s I did this week was a Z06. And I love that it has like the badges of like how much horsepower it has on the sides. I think it was like 451 or 402, like very specific. I'm like, this is so like in your face about this thing. It was red. I'm like, oh god, this is like
the type of car they don't really make anymore, especially now that we're kind of out of the muscle car era.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see. Nice is maybe not the right word, but that type of unabashed 2000s brawniness,
and it just smells good. I mean, like those GMs just smell like home to me for some reason. My parents didn't even have one,
but I just
like burning plastic.
Everybody had a friend whose parent had a GM.
Carpool was so great when the Yukon was pulling up. I'm like, fuck yeah!
Especially if they had a GameCube in it, you know.
What, BJ?
Just like fall apart. It's so cheap. Like everything is like so cheap. 90s GM plastic.
Yeah. But they last, which is the thing that's crazy about them. They're cheap, but they last. All that's true. Like the 90s and early 2000s GM products.
The engine lasts. The rest of the car falls apart.
Okay, maybe I'm just like maybe my family's parents like just kept their cars up. But like that's my week. It's been a lot of work and just just wondering about this GM thing. But
I think you kind of hit it right on the head too. Just to talk about what you mentioned is like I grew up, loving American muscle, and especially rear wheel power, burn up some tires, the whole works. But then when you get to driving other cars, you're like, oh, I can have this, but I can actually have some balance to the car and some control to it where it's actually where I can actually do more than go from light to light. When I can hit hit the hills or some back roads and actually open the car up. And
I have a distinct memory of being in high school and thinking the Camaro SS was like the coolest thing because that was kind of right when they came out with that generation of Camaro. And thinking, that's the car I want. That's the car I want. Because I had never driven anything that had more than 120 horsepower. So in my head, I was like, that's crazy. That's so much power. That's got to be the best car to drive. And then I got to drive one when I think I was 19 or 20. And my dad rented one when he came to see me play softball in college. And I was like, kind of just feels like a different version of my Camry. Which I'm sure, obviously it was a rental automatic. It was nothing, but at the same time, it kind of did. It was the reality check for me on those. And it doesn't have the smell of like a 60s, 70s muscle car, which is half of the experience.
Definitely.
The body roll in those 90s, 2000s.
They were not meant for. They were not meant for all things. They were just supposed to be plush and like loud. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how it was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ellie, how about you? How about
Yeah.
you?
So Joe and I switched cars for the week. I got to enjoy the WRX. I ended up liking it more than I thought I would, just like Joe said. You know, I live in the middle of service and VJ's laughing at us.
The show is like VJ's worst
You know,
nightmare.
to be fair, VJ, it took me a few days to like it. Because I live in this middle of the city and daily driving stick in the city is a pain in the ass. I mean, there's anybody who tells you it isn't is lying to themselves.
Yeah. There's some spots in the city that are undrivable.
Yeah.
For manual. Yeah.
And thankfully I live in a flat part of the city. I say flat, it's still got like a 5% grade, but relatively flat zone. So it's doable.
Yeah.
But I was kind of reminded why I'm like glad I drive a DSG daily. But then when you get it out to Marin in the North Bay and I drove it up to Sonoma, I was like, actually, this car is really livable. The clutch was a little vague. I had a hard time getting used to the clutch at first, but the shifter feels great. The seats are so comfortable. I love those Recaro seats.
Next level vague. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not tell you where the bite point is
But
still.
that's just all manuals, or maybe like a GT3. Like you can like the clutches just are just like
They're not
just,
mechanical anymore.
There's
It's
nothing going on there.
But and I drove my sister in it. My sister, who famously doesn't have a driver's license, doesn't know anything about cars, and she got it and she was like, "Oh, this is really nice." And I was like, "Yeah, actually, it's a really comfortable car. The seats are great." I'm spoiled by the GTI sound system, so every sound system sounds terrible to me because that has the nice. They came with the Fender audio system then.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
But I would say the only thing that really I had a hard time with over that week was the exhaust, the droning of the exhaust.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not used to loud cars. So it's the first time I've ever driven a car that's considered loud. And I wasn't prepared for the amount of like old men to glare at you.
Yeah, it's not. I need to remove
Glare
it.
at you when
I got that muffler for free from them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm just gonna try it.
It sounds really
Even though
good at
Reddit
idle.
was like, you don't want this. I'm like, I'm just gonna try it. It sounds fantastic out. It sounds like a boxer engine, which is super cool.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, it's just like super drony. So I'm removing it probably next week or the week after. The drone will go away and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but it was hilarious because I the first time I pulled it out of my driveway in the city, I stalled it because I've never really driven a manual car that's newer than like 1996.
Yeah, there's nothing going on with that clutch. It's really easy to stall.
And there was just an old guy glaring at me the whole time, staying with his hands behind his back, and I know he thought I was some hooligan who was about to cause trouble.
Also, that's just how WRXs are.
Oh,
like
people-
that's just how it goes with a super loud. Because at cold start, that thing is like a trumpet. Like with that exhaust, it sounds like your M2, but worse because it's not an M2.
I pulled in
the M2 sounds terrible.
Well, cold start's loud,
Yeah.
but WRX sounds worse because it's a Subaru.
the cold start is deafening on
it's
it,
crazy.
and
Yeah,
I felt a little
was
bit
like, it's fine. I'm
bad.
like, no, it's not. It's not bad. It's terrible. Yeah.
It's a good thing I don't wake up early to drive somewhere for work. I work from home, so I didn't have to like start it at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And most of my people in my building are nurses anyway, so they're already up and out. But the first time I started in the garage, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Yep. We're taking that off. It'll be much better.
But it was funny because my buddy, the WRX has always been his dream car, and he lives across the street from my parents. And I pulled up to my parents' house, and I hadn't texted him yet, and he came running outside, and he goes, "I heard it from outside," and he's like, "I knew it was a boxer engine," so he ran outside, and he was like, "I didn't think you would be the one driving it," and I was like, "Yeah, it's not my car," but it was fun to see that excitement, you know.
Sure.
And it's easy to forget with as much as we all make fun of the new generation of WRX, it's still a lot of people's dream car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was my dream car in college. So you kind of helped me check off a bucket list item of driving.
And this is what I'm doing with this car. I'm checking off bucket list. I've been wanting to drive. I've been wanting to experience a boxer engine in a sporty application since high school. And yeah, I think they're really cool. It's
really
it's
usable.
in this day, it's really hard to find an exciting new car, and I think the WRX is like still providing that excitement.
100%.
Just because it's weird, you know.
I mean,
Are they still all-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I pulled up to, we had a,
Yeah.
What do you say?
Electric all-wheel drive. So there's
Oh.
there's not a. It's a torque.
Oh,
it's like torque vector.
It's
Yeah,
it's assisted.
yeah.
Yeah. Remember, he drove his car off a cliff and rolled it, so he probably needs that.
Yeah, there's no like mechanical differentials or anything with me. I did in my E28 535 back in the day.
See.
The day before COVID happened. But
BMW guys, you know.
yeah.
Those Beamer.
I just want to. I'll take it. I'll drive it for 3 years, see what happens.
But it was interesting. I pulled up to. We had a family party on Sunday, and all of my uncles, cousins, big Filipino family, and I pulled up, and all of them know I would never sell my GTI, so they were all immediately very suspicious. But all of my uncles and cousins came outside and wanted to see the car, and I was like, yeah, it's actually rare to see a brand new car that's not like a Porsche or a brand new like M car.
Yeah.
Draw out a crowd of people. So
Yeah.
I give it a credit. It took me a couple days, but I think it's a solid car.
Yeah, it's a weird choice, which is what we talked about last week. It's an odd choice. The engine is different than everything else. So we'll see. We'll see if I end up enjoying it or not. I think I'm gonna enjoy it way more without the exhaust. So
it looks good in white. It looks way better in white than blue or black, which are the other
and I like the black plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think a weird thing I like, but I've always liked it on every car. So it's
my Pinoy peeps, man, they put WRXs on the maps in the 2000s.
Oh yes, that's why all my uncles would.
Yeah,
so into it. I put a whole trunk load of Mexican food in that trunk for the party too, like a big catering trunk
Good.
load.
I'm glad it's being used.
Yeah.
I've barely even done anything with it, so good.
Yeah. So I have you to thank for checking off a bucket list item, but now it's time to maybe put a tune on the GTI. That's the next. Item.
So what's the next? Now that the GTI is clean.
For the first time in 6 years, it's clean, which is, I've taken good care of it mechanically, not so much cosmetically.
That's what you do in the city, though. You kind of
but yeah, I've decided I'm gonna get a Cobb access port and throw an EQT Stage 1 tune on it for both the ECU and TCU. I posted in the Slack for my coworkers, and I said, well, I'm thinking about it, and immediately every single person at the company told me to do it. So I was like, well, I can't back out now.
Yeah.
Everybody said to do it. So yeah, that's the next step. I've heard it just unlocks the car's power.
Yeah, it'll make it way nicer
and run better.
It's still great, but it'll make it like so much more lively. Especially if you've owned it for so long, you'll be like, "Whoa, I didn't know this was possible for this car."
Yeah, and EQT has a lot of cool custom options.
Yeah,
you can do, which is a little bit of burble, a little bit of like DSG farts, like nothing too aggressive that everybody says. Just add a little bit of character.
Yeah.
Out of the stock exhaust.
The nice thing about the Cobb access port is if you want to change those things, it's very easy to change.
That's why I'm going with Cobb instead of APR, because I know APR has.
You have to go to a shop to get it reflashed and everything.
Yeah, and I think the Cobb will let me be a little more custom with it.
Yeah, you can have some fun with it. If you want to like go crazy and see how farty the DSG can be, you can just go all the way. And then if you hate that, you just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun to do that.
That's the choice right there.
There you go.
Cool. BJ, what about you? How's your week been?
I had a really nice time last week. Spent 4 days in Yellowstone and renting national parks last week, so that was super nice. Although it was in Montana, I did not see any super like cars, which was kind of weird because they're all there supposedly. But yeah.
VJ, what are you over there hitting?
In Yellowstone, so we had to wake up at 4 a.m. to see the sunrise of the demons. So I guess I got too cold during that time and then got off. But yeah, it was amazing, super relaxing. Got to see the animals in the wild to make a wildlife documentary. And the car that we had was not our choice; it was just assigned to us by Hertz. It was a new Toyota Sienna.
Nice.
They're hella nice, dude.
Man.
They're nice.
It makes you like, okay, I get this.
I dig them.
Yeah, I thought I would hate it, but at the end of 4 days, I ended up liking it.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and lots of good space and good features. And the most astonishing thing was, I drove more than 1,000 miles exclusively in super hilly terrain. A lot of, inclination and uphill and twisties and stuff. And it did not drop below 42 mpg.
Wow.
This is a hybrid?
That's-
This is a hybrid? Is it a hybrid?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay, I was like, holy shit.
They're
You think that V6 probably would put it into work if it was 42 miles per gallon?
Yeah, it was like miraculous. And I was driving a little bit more spiritedly, and it was miraculous that it never really dropped below 42. I thought the fuel gauge was broken because, like, after like a whole day of driving between Yellowstone and Grand Tetons and almost half the length of national parks back and forth, it just used like quarter tank gas. Like, it gives a realistic range of like 650
Oh, that's great.
miles.
Love that. Love that.
Fantastic.
And regular gas too, right?
If it's a rental car, you can do 85 miles.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
It's really hard to take minivan haters seriously because every time I've been in a Sienna, I've been like, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Absolutely makes sense. And,
Yeah.
so would you do Sienna or Odyssey if you had a choice?
Sienna.
Yeah.
Sienna.
My
I've never
family
been in
had
Odyssey, so I don't know.
my family had Odysseys when I was growing up. We had a great one from, I think it was a 2004 maybe, and it was awesome. And then eventually we got a newer one and it was a total lemon. So I think that left a sour note in my mouth with Odysseys.
Yeah, I just think Toyotas are probably a better bet in most cases, I think.
Every Sienna I've been in is
just
like
regular car.
the most comfortable thing you've ever sat in.
Yeah, it makes sense. If you have like a lot of you need to haul stuff and you need to bring a lot of people, totally makes sense to have one of those.
And they drive better than you think they will.
Yeah.
They don't drive worse than like a Highlander or something.
Yeah, they're great. I bet they're the same underneath.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Vijay, anything else?
Yeah, that's mainly it with respect to cars. This weekend, I'm looking forward to attending a concourse here, which I have the opportunity to do a bit of judging as a practice. So that'll be fun joining a bunch of old people learning how to judge cars.
Nice.
That's
Well,
What
you
is
already-
the concourse called?
It's called, I don't know its meaning, it's called Ferragosto in Italian. It's all Ferraris at the concourse. So it's organized by Automobilia, which is the main car show thing in India. It's the biggest single day car show event in India. So
Fantastic.
VJ, I follow all of your wonderful posts and photography at Pink Helmet.
Yep.
And I came across. Did you shoot that Porsche with on the tennis court?
I love that set.
yeah,
That's an awesome set. I was like, that looks
And
so good.
I knew you were gonna post it because you showed us like a preview of the area, but the set came out so good.
Yeah.
So good.
thanks. Yeah. It's the first creative thing that I did. The Midwest was to provide. Yeah.
It's really good. It really stood out. So I was looking at it today, and I was like, "Damn, that is some awesome photography." So yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Well, should we get into some marketplace finds?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. So if you're not familiar, Vault has a Patreon. Link down in the description below if you'd like to support us. With the Patreon access, you get access to a Discord where we post marketplace finds and all that jazz. It's a lot of good time, a lot of fun. We do member nights here. We do all this stuff, drives and dinners, and you name it. It's a cool time. Great people. Without further ado, it's a very wagon heavy segment today.
Spencer
That's
will be
because
pleased.
Wagon Wednesday is happening as we speak right now.
Oh, that's right.
Down the street.
Ah,
The first one is this 2004 Audi S4 Avant with a 6-speed.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Is that lowered? That
Looks like it's lowered,
A little lowered. That looks. I say a little lowered. It looks pretty lowered.
yeah. There's no records of timing chains being done. 17,000. I don't know what the value of this car is, but that seems kind of expensive. This is a dealer, so
Yeah,
they're
it's
probably
that-
asking too much,
It's 4 or 5K over what it would realistically go for with that mileage, I think.
especially with no timing chain history.
Yes, exactly. But it
'cause these
presents
blow
very
up.
well.
Yeah, these look great, but
those
dude,
wheels are so good on
I
those.
was-
wheels
the
are great.
First thing I noticed.
yeah, you absolutely need to do timing chains on these.
Yeah.
On these, even if you have no history with them,
I need to
because
do
like
them yesterday.
that's just like how it goes with these cars. But like after you've done that, the car is great. I mean, there's like no issues other than that. So
It's a great era of Audi Volkswagen engineering.
yeah,
I think it's really, and they've aged so well. It doesn't look like, Jesus, car is 22 years old. To me, it doesn't look like a 22-year-old car. But then again, I love to wear nostalgic tinted glasses. So that's a nice color.
Speaking of Audi, did you guys have any thoughts on the new Audi?
the new Volare. I'm gonna look this up. Audi R8. I
Oh
know
yeah, I
about it.
saw it.
I,
Yeah,
haven't,
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it yet.
The
I
R8
want-
replacement, sort of, kind of. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, so it's R8's replacement. It's not an R8, but it's like supposed to be. I don't know. So I'm assuming it's EV, right? So
It's
like,
like it's out of Dune.
it's a Temerario. Okay, well there we go. Look at that.
It's
10,000 RPM hybrid.
Oh wow. That's pretty
Okay.
cool.
98,000 horsepower.
I think the concept looks cool. I just have no faith that it's going to look like that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna look
This
like.
is the final production. It's the production.
Oh, it is. This is the production car?
Concept was actually the concept C, which they revealed like a few months ago. The smooth one.
Okay, well, because I think the aesthetics are really cool.
But it's only $499 to be paid.
499 units.
yes, I know. Yeah, it's limited.
So yeah,
It's supposed to be more rare than the Temerario or whatever it is.
So yeah, we're gonna see 2 of these. I don't know. It's a new car. It's a new Audi.
If you go back to the interior, I hate the way they've done the infotainment screen.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
angled like that. There's a lot of dead space. A lot of
Yeah.
dead space here. But at least they're like doing something with a fuel, like a ice engine. It's like
Yeah,
at least it's
yeah.
like something that isn't just full EV. That's just like 1,250 horsepower with like so at least it's something.
I think it looks aesthetically interesting, and that's the most we can ask for these days.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Especially with the R8 being such a cool, interesting thing that's like a competitive, like it's something other than a 911 that's like
Yeah, I love
that's
R8s.
I hope this does well.
I'm surprised that they would limit the production, especially considering that Toyota is just going all out. I don't know if they've limited the production on the what's it called? GR. Yeah,
I think they're vetting buyers.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing a pretty stringent
They're
process.
interviewing the buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's
You
a
don't have
little-
to interview if you have money. They'll let them buy it. Yeah, I bet this is like a 499 production goal, and if it like sells well, like if it sells fast, they'll like unveil like
A special
the
edition.
next R8, and it'll be an R8, but like just won't be
Yeah.
like this, But because I don't know,
People have been really kind to us. Because it came out of jail.
Yeah,
oh yeah, this is way better than that.
way better. Than
Apparently, it was in San Francisco.
Yeah, I know.
saw
Jason
Cameron
Camisa.
posted it.
And I
Yeah.
was like, I would have driven down there just to get a sneak
Yeah.
peek.
I mean, he just said he happened to be in San Francisco. There's no shot. Like
No.
They
He
probably
happened
told
to
him,
be
like,
on
can't
in the
tell
financial district. What
Yeah.
were you doing in the financial
Exactly.
district?
He probably was just
Randomly.
like, just like
I just happened to be at this super secret
He probably got
warehouse.
messaged by PR and was like, hey, if you come down like right now, there's the car, and so that's how it is. But yeah, interesting. We'll see how the new Volare, 499 units. We'll see a couple of them at Car Week probably.
I'm excited to see him. I'm an unabashed VAG. I love Volkswagen, Audi of all eras. So I'm willing to give them a shot.
Yeah.
Obviously not with my wallet because I have a mere fraction of the cost of that vehicle, but
The price is like, same 700,000 pages.
700,000. Yeah,
it's
so
gonna
they're
be-
definitely testing the market here and seeing if like a cheaper version.
Yeah.
well,
Because they need like 150,000.
we live in the area where we will see one though.
Yeah, we'll see at least
So
one.
we'll get to see one.
See at least one. We'll see probably all like a handful of them at Car Week too.
Yeah.
All I know is with Audis, the cars, you better love everything about Audi, including the dealership, the repair centers, the whole
Get
works.
familiar with the whole
Get
situation.
familiar with the whole situation.
Everyone I
right?
know who's had
Know
an
your
Audi
dealer.
loved it, and it was like a horrible situation, but they still loved the car.
Yeah.
That says a lot about how good maybe isn't the right word, but emotive the cars are.
Yeah.
Range Rover also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a segment of cars where you buy just for the vibes, and you just know that it's just going to be a bad situation.
Yeah.
And that's this. Audi is one of those things.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But speaking of bad situations, the next one is
Speaking
this
of bad situations.
2000 Mustang.
Oh, I see.
And the reason why I post this because it's been on Facebook Marketplace for like an extremely long time because he will never ever get 50. He'll probably get like 10. For
I
this
was
at
about to
some
say this is
point. Check this out.
the
Look
most
at that. You want to buy that?
That
It just always blows my mind when people put prices like that, and that's a photo that they've put in there. I'm like, you want to take it at least to a nice lot?
Yeah, I mean, if you like professionally photographed this
Yeah, I could see you getting something.
and put it on like Cars and Bids or Bring a Trailer or something like probably Cars and Bids.
This would do well. Isn't the right word? It would get a lot of buzz and attention on Cars and Bids. It would be the only place to sell it.
So he's clearly really invested in this car.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I cannot let this go for under what I'm into it for.
Bro, you're not going to get your money on that.
No,
you're not going to make your money back.
Never, ever for this. But
his
what a PR stunt.
His description says a lot about his personality, I think.
Yeah, testing waters and then all this bullshit.
As much as it's hilarious.
Who are you appealing to?
Nobody. He's just hoping someone is like, dude, I want this.
Yeah.
Your base.
I can say like a DJ or somebody who's just come into like a record deal and wants something crazy. Like this would make sense. Like you're 20 years old, you know. Yeah, you can't use this in any scenario.
Driven,
You can't even really track it like he's saying. I mean, where are you gonna?
Can't do anything.
What class is gonna let you race that?
And it's not even dialed. Once dialed, it's a 4-second 1/8. I don't know what that even means.
Should
but
be no problem.
Should be no problem. So he has no idea. I personally think what he should do if I was him is I would get this car professionally photographed, sell on Cars and Bids,
Absolutely.
start a business doing this bullshit, and people would give him 50 grand.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Here's my new Edge Mustang. Make it like this, and they'll pay 50 grand for that.
Yeah.
But they're not going to pay 50 grand for the car.
Find an influencer to make some videos on it.
Yeah.
Do something like that and get not 50 grand, but something.
Yeah.
And then
And I've been holding off on wanting to mention this one for like a long time because of how stupid it is. And I was hoping that the price would come down, but it just hasn't. And so I'm like, let's just talk about it and get out of the way.
I kind of
It keeps bothering me. It's just in my feed. It's in the Discord feed. I'm like, fine.
I kind of respect that he went for it.
Yeah.
Like
he went all the way.
It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
He didn't half-ass that. He whole-assed
He went
that.
all the way for this.
You know what you do with that is you just keep it.
Yeah.
You should.
You take it to car shows, get everyone's attention.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
It's worth more in fun than money.
Yeah, it's just
If
one of those
it was a
things.
money concern, you should have never done that in the first place.
No, every time there's a money concern and you see a modified car, much less something like this, you're sorry, buddy, you're on your own there.
Yeah, this will never sell on Purchase Marketplace.
We need to push more home ec classes in high schools in America is the issue.
Yeah. And you chose to do it on arguably, I don't know, one of the worst Mustangs.
He probably was like, it was like his first car or something. It was like, I'm just going to go for it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. We'll see it next week again, probably the same price. So, there's that.
$49.99.
Yeah.
And so, the rest of these, actually, the last one is not a wagon, but so I found this one. I put it on the Discord because, I think this is P2, right? This is P2 or P1.
This might be P1 still.
P1. So these V70s were getting so cheap. They're still going down in price, and I guess like it's just such a cool experience for such a low price point.
And they're really nice on the interior.
They're great. Yeah, I drove Roberts for a little bit, for a couple of days, and I was like, this is super nice. Like it's just in the same way as the WRX being interesting. A turbo 5-cylinder is also weird and interesting. And it's just one of those things. It's a cool car. This is a pretty basic color. You can get away with like driving this around town and no one knowing what it is.
Oh yeah.
$6,700 is cheap with a cool interior too. Well, it's not Atacama, but at least it's not black or.
And Volvo designed those seats to age nicely, so they get like they called it patina, which is, it ages like real leather, which is nice. There's a huge cult following with these cars, so you're entering a community of very enthusiastic people.
I'll go ahead and say, I mean, I don't know what it is about Volvos, but if you look at overall, their cars age incredibly well.
Yeah.
Like they look good. The older they get, they just, they have an appeal to them.
It's almost like every time they come out with a car, it looks behind the times. And then within 5 years, you're like, no, they were cooking with that.
Yeah, totally. Totally. I mean, look how aggressive the front end is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool car that you could own for a long time, and it'll be like a maintenance heavy experience probably, but like it'll be a car that you like love and just spend the money on.
Yeah.
So it's like for $6,700 is like a kind of a cool thing to just experience.
And you can throw your dogs in the back and
not care. Especially at this price, you just don't care. Just clean it once and then move on. And just...
good wheels. I don't think those are the Pegasus wheels, but they're Volvo always has good wheels.
The car is good. $7,000 is hard to argue with.
You can throw Ferrari 360 wheels on that and they look really good.
I know a lot of people put those badges on the cars and stuff. It's a fun time, and the automatic's fun. Manual's clearly cooler.
Yeah, the Spaceball is awesome.
The automatics are still they're fine. They do the thing. 100%. They're not like the today's CVTs or something. They were just
they're
good
solid Volvo automatics.
Yeah, they're good cars. So yeah, that's that fine. Then this one is a 124 with monoblocks, which is cool. That's in an interesting color. I mean, it's beige, but it's still not just pretty non-standard.
That limo tint isn't working for me.
Yeah, no. if you're gonna buy one of these, you want the greenhouse. So that kills the entire experience to me. And honestly, it would be the deciding factor of me if I was like in the market for 124. I would not be picking this one because of the
tint.
Because of the tint.
The tint, yeah.
But it's really clean otherwise.
Yeah, it looks in great. I always have to tip my hat to people who take comprehensive photos. They took comprehensive photos.
Yeah, I mean, the wood interior is cleaner than my car.
Yeah.
Like by a huge margin. Mine has some cracks and stuff. This car is in good shape. 10,000 is actually a really good price.
Good price for that. And the monoblocks make it for me. Yeah. I love those wheels.
What is the mileage? It was like
268,
269,000, which is like, honestly, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter. As long as the car's been maintained. Mine is 245, and it doesn't feel like that at all.
Yeah.
So
this is a solid deal for a really fun car.
This is a surprisingly good price.
Yeah, that'll get you a lot of love everywhere you go, too.
Yeah. The tint is a really unfortunate situation, and you need to remove that like ASAP, and that's going to be really real pain in the ass if you do that yourself.
It's my pet peeve when you see that type of tint. People post their Volvo 240s in the forums, and they have that tint, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah. There's no point unless you're like, there's no point. Even if you're wanting to make it a daily driver to like get heat out of the cabin, still there's no point. Yeah. It's like this just looks. If this was like, I'm like dead serious. If this was no tint, 15, 16 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, if it was all black, possibly.
Maybe, but at that point, you need a 5-liter, you need a wide body kit.
Yeah.
Go all
you need more to it.
Yeah.
But
for this car,
for that now.
Yeah. This with the monoblocks and without the tint, which is also illegal in California because of the front.
Yes.
Like this would go on Cars and Bids or Bring a Trailer or any of these like MB Market, probably way more than they asking.
Yeah.
$13,000 or $14,000 or $15,000.
Somebody should buy this.
Yeah, and just take the tin on and resell it.
Yeah, or
I would do that.
Honestly. Or buy it, take the tin off, and just enjoy it because this is a good price for this car.
Yeah, really good price, and you will never need another car.
10,000, drive it.
I promise
you. The wheels fall off.
Yeah, and they look better every day that passes. I just think they just nailed every part of this. To me, and this is going to sound blasphemous as a Volvo 240 owner, I think this is my favorite wagon design ever. I just think it looks perfect.
Yeah, these are aging really nicely. At first, I didn't like them when I had 123s, and then I drove mine, which was my dad's at the time, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. Yeah. And so then I bought it from him, and I'm like, never saw
the golden era of Mercedes.
Never ever selling this car. It's fantastic.
Every Mercedes from this era is just
it was fun driving it in, when you had it during car
it's a great car.
All the thumbs up.
I think that might be, honestly, even though the M5 is like a great car to drive around, like that might be, I might give VJ the M5 for Car Week, because he loves driving that thing for the rest of for the rest of the time he's at Car Week, and then just take the green car. Yeah, because I love taking the green car. It's a fantastic. But yeah, that's that one, and then the last one is a JDM car. So this is make sure there's time here. Yeah. I need to make sure that I delete your email. This is a 1998 R34 Nissan Skyline 25 GT-T, which I think is like one step below the GTR.
Yeah, it's the mid-range sort of one. Yeah, which is all you need.
I run a lot of those things for they're the same.
We sell a shit ton of these.
Same engine, just without the all-wheel drive, right?
Yeah,
this is rear-wheel drive.
From what I've heard from experts, shout out Alex. This is kind of the one to have.
Makes sense
because it's drastically cheaper, and you're getting 99% of the Skyline experience.
And I don't know anything about these cars. I just know I've written a lot of listings for them recently, and I know that this is a rear-wheel drive version, and only the GTRs came with all-wheel drive, I think. And Is that it? Is the only difference?
There might have been a couple different options you could get, etc. But I've driven a GTR Skyline, and they're so easy to drive and fun.
This is probably just probably better, honestly.
The transmission's perfect, the clutch is perfect. They're subtle sounding if you don't fuck with it.
Yeah, because they're straight turbo, straight six.
I just think these are. I used to be a hater because I was like, everybody loves these. I don't want to be that, stereotypical Gen Z young millennial who loves the Skyline. They're just great cars.
Out in Salinas.
Especially in our R34.
Yeah. It's funny because I knew it was Salinas based off of this before I knew
it's an icon.
Was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm like always over there. But
so my question is, the guy says he can title it for you in California. That sketches me out slightly.
That means it's some shit.
There's some shit going on.
Yeah.
Is this a valid price for these cars? 36 grand?
Yeah, I think for a GTT, it probably should be a little less given the mileage.
And another question is, are these taillights factory or is that like a R34?
Those are factory.
Okay, because I was wondering, I literally just for my own sake, I was running a listing for one and I couldn't tell if those are GTR specific.
They look kind of pasted on, don't they?
They do, but because there's some that have like underneath lights here too.
Yeah, and there were just
so I'm like, I don't know what the difference
there were
is.
so many mods you could do to these. It's really hard to tell. We struggle sometimes with JDM cars because it's hard to tell.
Wasn't that the difference between like the R34 and the R33?
I think
the backside was the.
But I think early R34s, you can also get those taillights.
And that's what's confusing is because a lot of the documentation for stuff like that's only in Japanese.
Yeah.
So you have to.
It's like lost cause.
Yeah.
Buyer beware. This might be not original.
I think even if you overpay for this, it's still going to be a really fun car. And
great car, reliable,
and every
fun
16-year-old in the world is going to point at you and go, "Oh my god!"
And when someone asks you how much power it is, you can just say, "I don't know, probably 276 or something." Who knows? The Japanese had a thing.
They just drive. It's so funny. They don't drive like your hair's on fire. Like they don't. They drive.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
They're so solid.
They're the 335i of the it's like just like a turbo cylinder that just moves.
I assume, you can probably fit, or I'm sure there's like a regular R34 kit that you can put on there, lower that thing, and nobody even know the difference.
Oh, you could put a GTR kit on this thing, and you could
not
pretend
a single
200.
Because what is the guy at the car show going to do? Whip out like Japanese documentation?
Check the VIN.
It's like none of them are ever going to be.
The VIN is actually the check digits for the
nobody's ever going to know.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, that's probably why these are popular.
I think this is the buy if you really want a Skyline. Don't spend $300K on.
Yeah, I think so. I think
GTR,
so. Because when you're spending $300K, you're like.
You can't drive it.
You're nervous about it.
Yeah.
Like to 30 grand. The cost of a new GTI. This is a cool experience. Those are the marketplace finds for this week. Once again, link down in the description below if you'd like to support us. But without further ado, we'll get into today's main topic. Okay, so for today's main topic, so during the week, this week, we were talking about like iconic roadsters from the 70s in our group chat. And like we were picking like our favorites from the era. And so I thought it'd be cool to pick our favorite roadsters just of all time, just in period.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, why don't we get into it?
Favorite roadsters of all time.
Is that your Top Gear voice? Well, I can start with a bit of a wild card.
Go ahead.
It's not that much of a wild card, but I think a Porsche 914 can count as a roadster a little bit. Take the top off.
Okay.
That's my wild card option.
Okay.
I think they're just massively like underrated cars.
I think so.
Yeah.
I will say I've always loved an MGB.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero idea anything about those cars, whether they're good, whether they're whatever. I just always love the way they look ever since I was a kid. There's a billion of them in Berkeley.
Yeah, and they're all over the place.
There's so many of them.
So many of them, and they're dirt fucking cheap. Like $4K for a good one, cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the GT fastback is worth more. There's certain years that are worth more stuff. There's stuff that makes them go up in value. But you could get a basic, like even a green one, which I think is the best color, for like $4K all day on Marketplace.
Yeah, and I'd argue if you were looking for an MGB, I think you don't want the GT anyway because you want the open top.
Yeah, you want the roadster.
Even though the MGB is cool, the GT is cool, but like I think the open top experience with like a 4-cylinder from the UK is like that's the way to go.
These are so cool. They have swag. I don't know why. They have like old guy swag.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I think I was on Craigslist and I was like, these cars are like $800.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we should just buy one.
And they
just work on
haven't
it.
gotten they haven't gone up much.
Same with the Triumph Spitfire. They're worth literally
Yeah.
nothing. And like,
You
it's
can
just like a
have
fun, weird
It'd be fun,
experience to have and just own it for 6 months and moving on.
And the people who own them are so passionate about them. When I was in Japan, I saw a group of guys driving them, and I'm like, everyone in the world loves these cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
So that's kind of my choice.
Okay. So is the 914, is that a roadster or is it is a Targa a roadster?
That's why it was my wild card
What?
option. It's not really a roadster.
I mean, what is Roadster? It's like a two-door
Open top.
Open top.
Open
Yep,
top, yeah.
two-door
I
open
think
top.
if you consider it to be a two-door open top car, I think Targos are fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you could remove top in a like the top's completely off in the Target.
A plein air
For
experience.
your
is the
944, you have a
French way.
huge sunroof that you can remove. That's not a Target because there's still pillars over you.
Yeah.
But like if you like a 914, the top is fully.
Yeah,
even the C5 with the glass roof that I just did.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
you consider
Okay.
that
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
for this sake. I
Okay.
think it's still fine. Yeah. Sean, what about you? Got anything?
I mean, so I'm not a huge fan of convertibles. Sorry. Cut that out. Cut that part out.
Dude, that fly's been around.
Future
Right,
Joe,
everybody.
keep that part in, please.
That fly's been bothering
Right.
everybody.
He's gonna loop it too.
That's the
I'm
next.
not
That's
a
the first short.
huge fan of convertibles, but I guess ones that roadsters that catch my eye. I mean, of course, the S2000.
Yes.
But see, even when I had one, I took the soft top off. I completely removed it and put the hard top on there.
Okay.
It still counts though.
It still counts.
Yeah.
That's an easy, safe one. I think one that looks good and is relatively in this type of price range, but I would probably go for it over the MG would be maybe a Datsun Roadster, the 1600.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
They're a
great.
good looking car.
And you don't, when you see one, it's a little special. I mean, it's not like they're exceedingly rare. Like you see them often enough that
Yeah.
you're reminded of them, but you don't see them. Like I see an MGB, I see 4 or 5 at every single show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Roadsters are really nice.
They're so cute. Sorry to all the manly men that own them. They're cute. You can jot
Yeah,
that down.
they're cool. I like them. This was my suggestion in the group chat, but it didn't meet the criteria because it ended in 70 or something like that. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I was booted off. I was voted out. VJ did.
Oh,
decline
what's
me.
the
I said Datsun 2000 Roadster, and he's like, nope, doesn't count. Maybe 1600 does, but yeah, that was me. But I think R107s don't get enough love. Personally, I think they're really popular because they made millions of them. But
Yeah.
Right.
and I think they're not drivable really with the hard tops on because they're so short. But with the top down, I think those cars are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the R107 is something that, although I think it's like a hot take to say that they're not loved. I think obviously people love them, but I think they're like going to have a moment soon because they're pretty affordable, and I've been seeing a lot of them really nice ones. Yeah,
Young people like them.
Well, so I have non-car friends who are from wealthy families or becoming successful in their careers right now, and they're like, I want to buy a car, and I've been researching it, and I'm really wanting an 80s Mercedes convertible. What do you think about that? I'm like, perfect. And multiple people, so many people are picking R107s, and they're not car people. So it's that's the thing.
They're livable.
Yeah, you could turn them on and daily drive them.
There are several
Huge
old
trunk.
ladies in my neighborhood in San Francisco that do daily drive them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as definitions goes, a Roadster is a convertible.
Technically, I think a Roadster is
Sport
is or-
convertible is a roadster.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
I was
I would-
almost thinking with the top being just an afterthought, where it's
It's focused on the open top experience.
I think a Boxster is technically a Roadster, but I think
Yes.
some people would say it's not a Roadster because it has a power folding, very secure sealed top. Whereas a 914, in my opinion, wouldn't be a Roadster because that top that you just throw it on the ground and walk away.
Gotcha.
Same with the 1600 where it's just a chintzy top. I think in Miata.
They were designed with the open top experience.
I kind of look at Roadsters like smaller,
Yeah.
convertibles.
Yeah, I think the R107 pushes the definition a little bit, but I would still consider it one because they are, while not sports cars, they are a little bit sporty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
It's an open top 2-seater sports car based
Yeah.
off of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And I
So
think
our 107 does
correct.
count because there's no seats in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Even though
then,
they should have them, but they don't have them.
so probably one I'm like geeking on right now are like old like 325s, E30s.
Oh, they look so. I
They
love
look,
the convertible.
They're so I love the convertibles. I think they look
There
they
was
look
one
good.
for 3K 2 weeks ago, and I didn't message about it.
They're really
Sean.
good. They're
really
really,
good.
really slept on too. My dad and his friend has one. They're going to sell it soon.
Yeah.
There's so many of them for way cheaper than the Cooper sedan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 89% of the
They
experience
look
too.
proportionally. They designed it well.
By far, I think this is one of the best convertibles ever designed to me. I
would
get it.
have
I
to
dig
agree.
these. I dig these.
They
Yeah.
got the proportions right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really killed it with these. I mean, like, and it's one of those cars where like you don't want to drive it around with the top up because it's just like it's just shitty. But
Totally.
like you take the top down and you just never put it back up. And
Totally.
it's perfect.
Totally.
You need a. The reason I didn't message that guy about his because I realized you need a garage to keep one of these,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Really.
I don't have a
Yeah.
garage, so I was like, it would be the stupidest thing ever for me to purchase.
Yeah.
But I think it looks so good in white with like bottle cap style wheels. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, basic.
yeah, basic.
Like if I could turn my car into a convertible, the 318,
Mhm.
that's an even more like therapeutic experience because what I was doing with the 318 yesterday was windows down, manual sunroof cranked all the way open, and pop out windows popped.
Yeah.
So it's like take the roof off, and it's like you're in living.
Well, it's like my dad says about his Miata, and he was a convertible hater until he had a Miata.
Yeah.
He never wanted to try them, never liked them, mostly because he didn't like how they looked. Because I'll agree, I think most convertibles are pretty
Yeah.
ugly. He said it's the closest you can get to riding a motorcycle. It's just a million times safer.
Yeah.
Because you get the feeling that you're like on the road, like actually on the road, but you're obviously still surrounded by tons
Yeah.
of sheet metal, etc.
Yeah.
So it's that raw. And I think that's part of what defines a roadster too.
Yeah.
It's like the raw driving experience.
Yeah.
Here's another one. So the E46 convertible
Mhm.
is so good looking as well. It looks so good. But because the E46 is just like one of the all-time, greatest cars, greatest BMWs of all time as a coupe, it's like, I don't know, you can't really like say, I would pick a convertible over the coupe, but
Yeah, no, these are fully just like every other
the
convertible 3 Series.
the M3, the M3.
The M3 is
yeah.
absolutely a stuff.
Even some of the 330s are good too. But the M3 looks
They've
good.
aged really well.
They've
E46.
aged really well. Yeah.
And we're in the convertible's a dying breed.
Yeah.
As is the roadster's almost less of a dying breed than the convertible now.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see nice looking convertibles.
I actually think this is like a huge value prop. I think these will never be worth anything. And I think you could buy like a Laguna Seca blue one.
Doug actually spoke about that in
Oh, really?
a video recently.
Yeah, that's like a huge,
Yeah.
because it's like,
Mhm.
once again, if you're not tracking the car, it's the exact same dynamics and experience on a back road, which is like what everyone's doing anyway.
Plus, you get the wind in your hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you hear the sound of
Yeah.
the
That's what
individual
he's
throttle bodies.
in Doug's video. He said, if you're ignoring these because you want to get like 1% more body stiffness, he's like, you're just an idiot.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a car for like sometimes 20K cheaper.
Yeah.
It's the exact
Way
same
cheaper,
Same
Yeah.
car,
Remember
yeah.
Alex Shelton, we had a podcast with him. He had like one in this spec with the silver with the cinnamon interior.
Mhm.
Great.
And he like wrote an article for us with Valt, and that it was like the value prop of the century. And everyone at that point in 2021, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. You still want the coupe."
He's so
And
right.
nowadays, I'm like, yeah, honestly, now with a kid, like it's like when he's able to like experience them, like kind of the convertible is kind of a. Also,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is safe. It has
Also-
those things that shoot up. If
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
So it's like one
And
of those. It's like
also
actually a pretty good
Your
car.
non-car friends are going to want to ride in this over a cramped coupe. No
Absolutely.
one
Yeah,
wants to ride in
get
your
all
cramped
you get
coupe.
all the comfort in this. Yeah.
It's just,
performance
I just,
style.
especially if you live in California and you can enjoy a convertible year round.
Yeah.
I just don't see why. I mean, obviously, if you're going to track a car, it's not the one to get. But I've actually like was looking at prices.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're
the prices
cheap.
are
I mean,
But
like,
yeah,
I don't know.
The price difference is crazy.
And
I'm
it
not sure
looks
how-
good.
yeah.
I think it looks
It looks
good.
awesome.
15
Yeah.
grand.
You throw some fun wheels on that, like you're golden.
Yeah, even
know?
even not. I just buy the car and do nothing to it.
Yeah,
And
it's
like
a great
it's
car.
like the best. It's like people always talk about Boxsters from this era, like the 996 are fantastic cars and they're great driving
This
machines.
is the sleeper hit
But this is definitely a sleeper
with no
hit,
IMS bearing.
And
There's
it's
other
technically
things,
not a
but-
roadster, I guess, because you could put people in the
Yeah,
back.
it's a convertible,
but it is like a great experience.
It's
And in
worth the
today's
mention.
world, I would consider you can't really put any people back there, so I would consider it a roadster. But like, I think this is a really huge value prop.
It's awesome. I love. They look great. They come in great. They have a lot of great specs. Like you can get a lot of good colors. And
Million
interior
different colors,
combinations.
interior. I mean, there's a lot of custom. Like this is still back in the day where you can like go to a dealership and like, check boxes and order things.
You're getting an M3 for 16K.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy.
Which in 2015, that's what a coupe was going for. So it's like you're buying an M3 for like 11 years ago price.
Yeah,
So
which
like,
is crazy.
and also I think Cars a Bit sold one that was like unbelievably nice. I mean, this was really expensive, but like no miles.
it was perfect.
And still 63.
Yeah.
What would this go for if it was a coupe? We know for a fact because we have a friend who sold one, and it sold for like 95.
Yeah.
So it's like
So you're still getting a value
40%
proposition.
difference right there. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a good.
Convertibles get a lot of hate. I think a lot of them are terribly ugly and probably just shouldn't exist. But the ones that do work are always going to be the sneaky cool buy.
Yeah.
And just never put the top up.
Yeah.
Never put the top up.
The ones where manufacturers actually like, instead of just cutting the top off, where they actually, what,
put thought into
we
it.
will put thought into the design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any roadsters or convertibles that maybe were exciting to you at first, but because of the way the open top experience was done, or were complete like just terrible, like you're like would never consider yourself buying one, or is that too deep of a question for us?
That's a deep question. Oh, go ahead.
I would say I have very limited experience. The Miata is the only open top experience I've really had that was a extended experience.
I'll to start to see if I can trigger some conversation.
Go ahead.
Like a 996 cab. I don't think they look good ever. And I think when the
when the
996
Boxster
exists, it doesn't make any sense.
There's no reason.
So I think a 996 cab and even a 997 cab, those two cars should be, I think, priced into the ground, because if you're gonna get a 911 from those eras, just go with the Targa or a hardtop.
They just want to say they have a 911, not a Boxster.
Yeah, because the Boxster's there and it's just as good.
Which is like
Yeah. I think with Porsche, as we just talked about, I hate when manufacturers just say, hey, you know what, let's just make a convertible of it. And I think that's what they did with that.
Yeah.
I don't think any Porsche convertibles, they're great cars, and I'm not knocking the cars, I'm not knocking the owners, but when it comes to just the overall design of the car, the coupes on a Porsche, going across the board, they just look better.
I was about to say the 944 and the 928 both had like kind of ugly cabrio versions. I will say, and this might be a little controversial, I don't know why anybody buys a Saab 900 turbo convertible or a cabriolet, because I'm like, the iconic body lines are gone when you do that. It doesn't look bad, but it's not the same,
Yeah. And also, like, there's a lot of this driving experience probably isn't like lending itself well to like probably the noise isn't probably great. You know, it's like one of those things where it makes sense to not do that. Because there's a lot of other cars you could do with this. But
yeah. Those Porsches, what are the 9.8? What are the previous generation? Like the 944s, the 928s. But
944, 924.
The one you just had.
968. 968 is the one after the 944.
Thank you. Yes.
Those aren't like bad. This is like the last hurrah of the transactional 4-cylinder car.
Yeah. But I wouldn't.
They still are way worse though than a.
They look way better. They look way better than any 911 convertible.
Yeah. But like this whole section right here in a coupe, this car looks fantastic in one coupe. Yeah. And I bet if we were to go to like Cars with Bids and like type in like 968, I don't know if Cab will show itself. There's one. And this was in 2022, so it's hard to actually, but like 18 grand. 968s are valuable cars because they didn't make many of them, and they're like, pretty nice. Yeah. In 2022, you're top of the market. So like this is probably worth like 40% less.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I think, maybe if we were looking at periods, maybe those 80s and early 90s cars look, they made some pretty good convertibles. Back then they looked good. And when I see those, I associate that, kind of with, the Miami lifestyle, what was going on, back in the day.
Hot pink Geo Metro convertible.
Yeah.
So is that the best era for like a roadster or a cab? Was like 80s and 90s?
Oh, I think so. To me,
I still think the early aughts,
60
early 2000s, and
60s,
into
70s were also
60s,
early
obviously,
70s.
The older you get, the more cool they
Yeah.
But if you're going to 80s to the 90s, you're missing out on E46. You're missing out on like a bunch of different things. What was
So
that?
they early 90s. Early 90s.
Early 90s,
Yeah.
Yeah, with the E30s and stuff.
Yeah.
E36 also looks pretty good as a convertible.
They do.
And also that's slept on. Those were like 5,000. You can get an E36 M3 convertible for like $5,000.
Yeah.
They're worth nothing.
You might have just inspired me. Well, I don't have a garage. What am I talking about?
Well, you could put they look okay with the top up. I mean, like my friend
they look a little funny.
was an E36 M3 convertible, and we talked him so much that he sold it.
Oh no!
And then in college, I'm like, you know what, man,
That was a pretty cool
that
car.
was a pretty cool car. And he's like, thanks, dude.
Still an M3.
I sold that shit for a loss because how much you were
'cause
making
you
fun of me.
bullied-
At Enablers, there was a white one that pulled up with pink rims and pink highlight. It was a convertible, and we were looking at it. And we were like, you know what? I don't hate it.
Right?
It was actually really.
It's
it was
because
good looking.
it's because these M cars are so iconic in their hardtop
It was
form.
great
that it's just like if you look at your car, it's just like, yeah, obviously that's the one to buy. And so like the convertibles are just completely it's like because of the 1% chassis rigidity or whatever, but it's like it doesn't matter in like 100% of cases. Like it's like you're not, even when you're on a racetrack,
Nobody cares.
you're not pushing that car to its limit anyway.
No,
So it's
you're
like the M car convertible is a huge missed opportunity.
It's one of the best bargain things.
Even though
you
we're
can do.
talking about technically roadsters and none of those roadsters, but still
Closely enough related.
The convertible M cars are huge value prop if you want to get a really valuable car for like a fifth of the cost.
Yeah.
When we're at Car Week and I see like E30 M3s all over, I don't really like, there's another E30 M3. But when I see that some of especially like some of the younger kids that are in the E30 convertibles that are like dropped,
I love it.
I'm like,
they look so good dropped.
So
They
good.
look so
And
good.
the tops are always down on them.
Yeah, they have to be down. They have to be down.
It has to be down.
It has to be down.
I saw the exact scenario. They were like high school age kids.
Yeah.
And this one was ratty, but they drove down my block in an E30 convertible, and I gave them a big thumbs up because, like, you know what? That fucking rips. Like, that rips.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And kids are enjoying analog cars.
Yeah.
Is the base.
Yeah.
As a parent, I wouldn't be so thrilled. I'd be a
my
little
mom
worried.
wouldn't let me. My dad had a when I was in high school, he bought a 320 E36 323 convertible with a 5-speed to flip because he was like, I want to try flipping a car. So he bought it and put some M Contour wheels on it and just lowered it a little bit and flipped it. And I never got to drive it. And I was so pissed off. I'm like, the mom was like, you're not driving a convertible. No way. Not a chance. And so I never got to drive it. I was so upset.
Teenagers shouldn't drive convertibles.
Excited about that car. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. This is like a little 6-cylinder because the 323s have no power, but like no one knows about them because the 325s, 328s exist. Because so like no one thought about this car. I'm like, this is a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Never got to drive it. So I think we put mud flaps on it too. It was like a cool, it was like a fun convertible.
Yeah.
Down in muffler. It was like in an air intake. It was like a really cool car, but never got to drive it.
Yeah. How could I forget, man? One last one, like the Pontiac Solstice.
Oh, the Saturn Sky.
Saturn Sky.
Is that a Mercedes or is that a different one? That's the Crossfire. Never mind.
Crossfire.
Yeah.
The Solstice and the Saturn. I love the Saturn Sky Red
That's like
Line.
the whole company, I think, right? Those cars.
I think so. They were part of the death knell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Saturn Sky Red Line is legitimately a very good car.
Yeah.
I saw a guy driving one in Japan, and I was like, "That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy pole in the middle of Tokyo."
Those are cool roasters. Yeah.
Very cool.
I have to give them credit.
Comment down below what your ideal roadster is. I know we're gonna get comments saying none of these were roadsters, but like,
Whatever.
but open top. Comment your favorite open top car.
you
It
go.
can't be a Murano Cross Cab because that's not a roadster. Even though I guess technically, like an E30 convertible has the same amount of
What
seats.
about a
as Cross Cab.
Murano? Is that a no?
Murano Cross Cab is the CUV with a convertible top.
Oh, okay.
You always think it's like a Ultima, but it's not. It's a Murano is like the CUV version.
Yeah.
With like I don't know. It's like a car you see and you're like, holy fuck, that exists. That's crazy. But the scenario is, so out of the roadsters or something that you didn't mention, your favorite roadster, what road are you taking it on? It can be like a drive anywhere anywhere. Let's just say anywhere in California, to make it easy. But doesn't mean it's like a spirited drive. It could just be anywhere.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do?
Anything in West Marin or West Sonoma.
Yeah.
Just all the.
What car are you
roads down
taking?
there.
What car are you taking?
I mean, for maximum fun and livability, it's hard for me to not just say a Miata, just because you're like no worries, like no, just carefree. You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. What are you, Sean?
I'll probably take the E30 out. You know, dressed up in a nice, ham it all up in a sweater, crossed over. You know, and probably go buy some just for the hell of it.
So it's in period.
It's the 80s, right?
Yeah, but dude, you're not. If you're in period, you're not an E30. You're like in you're in a much more expensive car. You're like the E30 is like chump change to like a guy, you know?
No.
How many
The consumer, not the
not
the seller.
You're a junkie.
A junkie.
So you want to
An
look like the
undercover
guy.
junkie,
You
right?
want to look like the
I've
guy
got
that-
rich parents, right? That
Right.
You want to be the guy in the
that fund my
SL.
habit.
So Marin is where you drive.
Oh, absolutely.
You want to be the guy in the R129
Looking
behind
like,
an E30.
looking like a yuppie.
with
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go, even though this wasn't my answer
I'm
at
kidding.
first.
Delete that.
No one's gonna. No, at this point, no one's watching. It's been an hour, but I think I'm gonna choose an E36 M3 convertible with a manual, because the induction noise on E36 M3s, even factory, is like intoxicating, but made me fall in love with BMW. Like my dream first car was an E36 because of the sound of them.
Yeah.
So that car with an open top going on a back road uphill. So it could be in Mount Tam or something going uphill. Can't go be downhill because that's gonna be an annoying like cowl shaky mess.
Yeah.
But, like driving uphill full tilt with 240 horsepower with that induction noise screaming in your ears. That's cool. That's cool.
Mount Tam
experience.
on a weekday morning when there's no beach
I
traffic.
like 11 o'clock or something. Like
Yeah.
some just where like everyone's at work already. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Uphill driving is kind of. I mean, it's because if you're in a slow power car, like you're full tilt, 11 tenths,
you
just
feel-
trying to get up the hill. It's a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not for the car. The car's probably having a hard time, but like the sounds are fantastic. So.
I have another question for another show. Are fast cars becoming uncool?
Yeah, we
Because
should,
everything's super fast
You know,
nowadays,
It's gonna be because I'm broke.
right? Because everything's fast.
Everything's fast. Again, it's the detox of driving a slow car. You stop worrying about. You don't get annoyed by people going too slow in the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're just like in your own
cruising
little,
it, yeah.
You know, it's blissful,
Yeah.
honestly.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. But I won't say anymore. We'll save it.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Save it.
I like that idea that we'll slow cars make a comeback. Because like I said, the 318 was therapeutic. I mean, I was like flooring it everywhere. It was just fantastic experience. The shifter's vague, clutches, whatever. It's like,
People love them, and if you see I follow hip hop, and you look, hip hop influence, they've always kept up with, the newest and latest cars. But if you look at some of the influences now, I mean, not even in hip hop, but in general now, as you see more and more people like reverting back to some of the older classics. And
even in punk, the Menzinger's new music video was in a Volvo 240
saying,
wagon.
that's what I'm
and
saying.
the comment section was exclusively people saying they loved it.
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, that's how it
They
goes.
could have chose any car.
Well, comment down below what your ideal drive and your favorite roadster is. But we're going to have an interesting podcast next week. It'll be fun. But yeah, make sure you're liking the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And leave a comment down below if you're liking the shorts, because I'm not doing the AI is. So that's the only thing AI does for
You're
any of us.
canceled, Joe.
So, because
I'd love to see an AI version of me.
Yeah. AI has its
Nightmares.
uses, and editing shorts is definitely one of them. But yeah, we will end it this episode, and we'll see you next week.
Perfect. We're going to Wagon Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wagon Wednesdays. All right.
It's
Good. Bye.